Hi. A couple of Saturdays ago, here in Whitechapel, we were subjected to yet another unwelcome visit from Britain First. These hardcore Nazis, posing as Christians, turned up at a flash demo outside the East London Mosque, brandishing Union Jacks and large wooden crosses. These bigots really would have been more happy burning the crosses on people's front lawns while paying homage to their true deities, Odin, Wotan, and Thor. Once the local population had responded to this provocation, designed to cause division and discord amongst the already heavily pressurised working class of the area, they were escorted out of Whitechapel by the police. I doubt if the next ill-advised incursion around here will prove so trouble-free for them. But we have other major problems here in the E1 and beyond. The Asian, white and black working class, who still constitute the vast majority of residents, face social cleansing by the forces unleashed from hordes of wealthy incomers pouring in from all over the globe. It's no borders for the rich. This is not gentrification by stealth, it's brutalist, swift Manhattanization. Just take the tube to Aldgate East, step out and see it all for yourself. Scores of luxury yuppie-dromes will be completed within a 5-minute walk of my 150-year-old, still thriving Victorian social housing estate. 5,000 apartments for the international well-heeled, many built for speculative purposes, remaining empty, gaining value in these emerging sterile zones. This in a borough with 20,000 people on the waiting forever list for social housing. But it's not only this insane development destroying our communities, it's also the removal of our social spaces, such as street markets, local shops, pubs and cafes. Our Sunday morning Brick Lane market has virtually disappeared, replaced by expensive glass-fronted apartments, none of which will ever be inhabited by East Enders, and useless tourist boutiques. A swath of trendy shops, expensive dining establishments have already colonised the Shoreditch end of Bethnal Green Road. Now, the other half, beyond our favourite cheap eating space, Noodle King, is becoming transformed. Noodle King itself is being closed down by the end of the month to be replaced by yet more luxury flats. Within the last 6 months, flash restaurants, Wi-Fi coffee shops, hipster beard trimming joints, and watering holes guarded by bouncers have proliferated in the working class section of Bethnal Green Road. Nighttime sees the pavements outside these gaffs dominated by baying hipsters, wadded up tourists, and arrogant wannabe hooray Henrys and Henriettas. This is all eroding our local economy and social space. It's happening all over London, spreading to other urban conurbations. An unstoppable tsunami of wealth is displacing us. Why is this happening so much here in the UK? Could it be because we are considered a safe investment and playground by the rich of the world? With the illusion of political and economic stability, no threat of social upheaval, an unbroken, unchallenged, hereditary ruling class stretching back centuries, a totally stitched up political system with a large, smug middle class not one tiny section of has ever developed a revolutionary tradition, and a weak, impotent, passive, constitutional left. But in this modern crisis-ridden world, it can't go on forever. The pressure will build to an explosive point, and here in the East End, in particular, because we have nowhere to go, and because we don't want to go or abandon our roots. We're not finished here in the East End by a long shot. In fact, we haven't really started to resist. Meanwhile, let the UK system begin to tear itself apart over the EU or disintegrate with the next economic meltdown. Let their own catastrophes reveal their weaknesses and confusion. The EU and June referendum are stoking the civil war raging in the Conservative government and party ranks. Meanwhile, the utterly useless Labour opposition under an increasingly hapless Jeremy Corbyn is about to undergo its own civil war. So, even if we are not responsible for this evolving political crisis, bring it on. So back to the East End. E1. It's no coincidence that the next fuck parade will start at Aldgate East on May the 1st. No doubt there will be other things happening in and around our E1 hotspot before and after that day. So come and join us. Better still, kick off things in your own manner. All things taken into consideration, the system has had it too easy for too long. Finally, what of Ian Duncan Smith? Home Secretary or Chancellor under Prime Minister Boris Johnson? Watch this space. Bye.